Hey, good morning. So we're out here today at Universal Orlando Resort. We've come out because it's Halloween Horror Nights tonight, and we want to give you guys an overview of what the parks are like pre-Horror Nights. So it's a Saturday at the moment. We haven't got a ticket for tonight to check out Halloween Horror Nights, but we just want to see what the crowds are like, see what there is to do, and see what the scare zones look like before they're actually fully unveiled, and just have a good time riding some rides and experiencing the movies. So if you guys do enjoy the video throughout, give us a thumbs up. Do appreciate it. Really does help us out a lot. And I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button and bell icon to be notified when we post all new videos. Let's go and ride the movies. Oh, Horror Nights. Halloween Horror Nights. We've got the medallion up. We've got Legends Collide. We've got Halloween. We've got The Weekend. And the Horrors of Blumhouse. As I said, it's not Horror Nights right now, but it will be later on this evening, and we just want to see what the crowds are like this morning and see whether it's worth you coming to the parks. Now, Universal is open until 5 p.m. today before they kick out for Horror Nights. If you've got a stay and screen pass and a Horror Nights ticket, you can stay in the parks. So that is entirely up to you, and we do recommend getting stay and screen. But both parks here, 5 p.m. and then 7 p.m. for Islands. So as we step into Universal Studios Florida, we've got the Pumpkin King's lair here. So we did take a stroll through all of the scare zones very recently for Halloween Horror Nights. So I'll put a link up in the top corner so you guys can go and check that out if you would like. Really cool video with Halloween Horror Nights in full glory.
They closed Shrek. Stop. They closed Shrek.
Look, it's Little Boo. This is Universal's new mascot for this year, and for the horror season, Little Boo. So obviously you've got the scare zones out, and you've got some decorations out, but it's not as graphic and gory as you get during the day. Currently we actually got Shrek closed as well. That's closed down for now. Rumour has it they're going to build a Minions ride there. Would make sense. And also the Universal Monsters Cafe has been closed as well. I'm thinking that will also be a Minions area. So really going to have essentially a Minions theme coming here in Production Central. You've still got the carnival games up throughout the day, right in front of Music Plaza, and that's where there's queue set up for a couple of the mazes as well. And then, as you can see, in a little bit more detail, the Universal Monsters Cafe is no more. It's such a shame. So you've got all the barricades set up ready for the queues later this evening. But we're going to make a beeline over to the Tribute Store. Now, every season, a few times a year, Universal changes up this store to be something a little bit different. So now we've got Halloween, we've got a Halloween Tribute Store. Let's take a look in the Tribute Store and some of the quirks and features that they've got in here, the little Easter eggs. So the facade is very similar to the one that we saw in the summer, and that was the sort of classic movies. You had E.T., Back to the Future and Jaws at that point. And I'll put a link up in the top corner so you guys can go and check that one out. But this is very much themed to Halloween. Tribute ride system. This is a dark ride. So you've got the ride track just there. as we come in. This is the old entrance to one of the tribute stores a couple of years ago, I believe. Pick at your own risk. So we're in a pumpkin patch at the moment. Scares at every turn. Is that the tagline this year then? You've got a pumpkin lord there, you've got a witch, you've got the cemetery, the ghosts, and another pumpkin-headed scarecrow type thing to the side. And that is $65 for that. I'm the treat. We're going through the barn now. Holiday Hills Cemetery. That's where we're going next. So this is the Universal Monsters kind of vibe t-shirt, which is good. And we're in, as I said, we're in the cemetery here. So you've got all these tombstones and commemorative statues for people. It's kind of like voodoo man hats. Oh, these are cool. These are like a purse or something. And they are $45 each. And you got classic Monsters glass. $12, just quite cheap for that. So it was kind of like the Venetian plague doctor masks. Never go alone, that's one of the taglines this year. And then you've got a photo opportunity where you can stand in the coffin. So as we come into the main corridor here, you've got all of these images of fans. You could purchase your picture. You've got a whole bunch of like just YouTubers and popular people that are around the area, as well as just general fans and guests.
Be right back. I'm sorry.
Cauldron Cottage, beware, spells change daily. You got a foot stirring in the pot there. And then some of the little details. Throughout. Just remember to look up as well in these places because the details at the top are absolutely phenomenal. Here's some of the treats that you've got. The limited edition for the event. And then we're Haunted Hollow Hills, established in 1849. Some more of the sweet treats that are really on display here. It kind of looks a little bit like a Honeydukes display that you'd find in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Terribly Twisted Treats, Frank's House of Plastic, Spooky Spells, Scaredy Cat Cafe, Ghoulish Ghouls Gasoline, Dead and Breakfast. And so these are little plastic wax figures that you can buy, and that's what they come out like. So they actually pour molten plastic or molten wax or whatever into the mould there, squish it up, and then it drops out the bottom. And these are $8 each. So you've got a cat one there, and then over here you've got Frankenstein as well. We make it to the exit. This is where the ride vehicle finishes. One ride photo is out of order at the moment. Ooh, we can get a medallion.
So I ended up with 2 Caspers.
Oh.
That's the #1 one I was actually going for too.
So as we follow around, we are in Major Sweets Scare Zone. Major Sweets Candy Company. Because they still got some bits and pieces out, obviously just not like the gory stuff, that's still covered over at the moment. But it does give you the opportunity to see some of the Horror Nights stuff without experiencing Horror Nights itself. But we're going to go on Revenge of the Mummy, which has just recently opened from a refurb. It was down for like 6 months, so we didn't get to go on it in the summer trip that we came out to. If you do want to check that out, we were here in June, so I'll put a link up in the top corner so you guys can go and see our playlist from then. We did have a lot of fun despite the Mummy being down. I'm so happy it's back. Let's go on it. Praise the Lord, this is back. Gotta find Brendan his cup of coffee. So good to have Revenge of the Mummy back. Absolutely fantastic. It feels so good after a refurbishment as well, because all of the stuff is in kind of like 4K now. This looks so much better. Rip Ride Rocket, love it. Just absolutely fantastic. Now, one thing I will say is I would have enjoyed that ride more if I'd got my cup of coffee, but what can you do? What can you do? It's a really good ride. So they're sort of setting up Stay and Scream at the moment. We're going to bug out the park because it's getting people wanting to get in the Stay and Scream zones. And we're going to go over to Islands of Adventure for a couple of hours. Maybe try and ride Velocicoaster. Jimmy Fallon's a 25-minute wait. Oh, risky. Try and ride Velocicoaster, maybe try and ride Hagrid's as well. I don't know, just get into Jurassic Park and the Wizarding World and see how it goes. I don't know if the nighttime show is on tonight because Islands closes at 7. Don't know if that'll be dark enough to do the nighttime spectacular. So just a quick trip through Hollywood at the moment. to show you guys some of the decorative elements of this scare zone, the Metalwood Cemetery. It's just really some awesome details here. And then we'll be heading over to Islands of Adventure in just a second. Look at the details. These necklaces, you've got little images of people on there, tributes to the people that have died. So you got the little pop-up tents here, they're checking your details to get into the stay and scream zones. And this one is going to be for After Hours Nightmare and Universal Monsters Legend Collide.
This way to exit?
No, you're going to walk back.
No, I'm going to take a walk here, so you walk.
Hey, scary faces, looking at me now.
Hey. Scary, you don't. Yeah. Just look at
It is so static.
Detail in this scare zone is just fantastic. Look at this barn that they've built. Everything's covered over. Everything that will be like a little bit gory, too much for the underage children, that'll be covered over. But ultimately, normal stuff will be on show. So the likes of these scarecrows are fully visible to people throughout the day. So you do get your horror fix in, regardless of whether you have a HHN ticket or not. You've got Beetlejuice out here meeting and greeting. Beetlejuice. He is looking awesome. So we're just about to take a picture of him. I will put that picture in now so you can see what it looks like. I love the candid nature of the meet and greets here at Universal Orlando. Stop, go. You gotta be careful. Oh, red man, dead man. Yeah, the candid nature of the meet and greets here is really fantastic. Just having a casual conversation to every single Beetlejuice that we've every time we've met Beetlejuice, he's been the absolute highlight of the day, and there's no exception there. He was really cool. As you walk through between parks, you end up through City Walk. You've got the Hard Rock Cafe, and you've got Toothsome's Chocolate Emporium. Now, we did a review of that, so I'll put a link up in the top corner so you guys can go and check that out. It's a cool place, but check out the review and see whether you should go here or not. The adventure begins. I love the entrance, the port of entry here at Islands of Adventure, just the kinetic energy that it's got. And you just wherever you look, there's something moving, there's something talking. And if they bring this level of theme into their new theme park, Epic Universe, which opened in 2025, then yeah, I think they're gonna take a little bit of a chunk out of Disney's market share. Disney have been kind of caught with their pants down a little bit, sadly. So as we come into Islands, as I said, through port of entry, we're going to take a left today. We typically take a right and go over through Zeus Landing, but we're going to take a left and head into Marvel's Superhero Island. We won't ride anything, but we just want to check out what the area looks like, see if there's any characters out here meeting and greeting. Do like to meet Wolverine, like to meet Cyclops and the X-Men, so it's always a good sign. And we've got the Incredible Hulk. This is a someone on there really is having a whale of a time, very much screaming. Really do need to get into the Fantastic Four cafe at some point, because that is pretty cool that you can meet the Fantastic Four in there, I believe. But the menu is not great. It's just like pizzas and generic Italian food, really. Let's see if there's any characters. Again. Always someone screaming on this ride. It's painful. It's a painful ride, actually. I love the artwork in here as well, and this is all themed to the actual comic books as opposed to the MCU movies. That rights go to Disney, so they can't do anything like that here at Universal. So shout out to the Kingpin. It's good to have you in the MCU though, and it's good that we're going to have Daredevil Born Again, or Daredevil Reborn, isn't it? I think that's coming back. I love the game. We're going to go on the Amazing Adventures of Spiderman. This was one of the most technologically advanced rides here at Universal when it opened back in, I think it was 99, 98 that this opened. We're going to do single rider as well. It's posted a 45-minute wait at the moment for standard, so see how long it takes on single rider. Just one thing to note, obviously you bypass most of the queue, but there's pretty motion sickness inducing ride, so if you're prone to that, don't come on it. So we're heading out of Marvel Superhero Island and we're going into Toon Lagoon. See what's on offer here. I think we can get a Universal Annual Pass holder magnet as well. I don't know if we can get that around here though. I don't know where it is, but we will find it. Unless it's closed today, and then we won't find it. The magnet is gone. It's sold out for this particular offering. The next one they said is November, so we're not getting one. It's a shame, isn't it? It's the burden of being an out-of-state AP. You can't get the magnets because they go too quickly. Islands is pretty busy. Well, it's the only park now that's open, so it's just getting quite crowded in here. It's open till 7, which is actually quite early in my opinion. I think it should be open till 8 or 9 because Horror Nights is on till 2 AM. That would make sense, right? So Florida weather means that it's 6:15 and we could still ride this and dry off in seconds. And you get pretty soaked on that. Dudley Do Right, Rip Saw Balls. Oh, another one, straight away. They're getting drenched. It is just, this is such a cool ride. It's so well themed for a log flume as well. What a lot of fun. Our last trip in June was the first time we rode Skull Island, Reign of Kong, and gotta be honest, didn't rate it. It wasn't really for me. Just not that great a ride, but the facade is amazing. Newest ride in the park, Velocicoaster. Also one of the best themed rides in the park as well. It's just a phenomenal roller coaster, and it's definitely one that if you're not scared of coasters, you should try and get yourself on this. absolutely phenomenal coaster. Straight into the launch and then over the top hat. Just. You've got a couple of really cool photo spots around. You've got this Jurassic Park little Jeep. Over the other side you've also got the T-Rex as well, and the T-Rex will be with the sort of green and yellow Jeep, a little 4x4, and you've got like the T-Rex lingering over the top, so these are a must-do when you're in Jurassic Park. And then you leave Jurassic Park and there's sort of an amalgamation of Jurassic Park music, and then as you cross this bridge it goes into the Wizarding World, and then you get that spectacular view of the Hogwarts castle, and that is just peak photo opportunities here. And I love how all of the Wizarding Worlds of Harry Potter are slightly different as well, with this one being the original, and then you go to Japan, they've got the Black Lake. You go to Hollywood, it's like a little bit different as well. It's just awesome. I think also one of the best things about coming into the Wizarding World is just how many people kind of dress up in the Wizarding robes as well. This is the headline attraction, or at least originally the headline attraction, Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. Posted a 60-minute wait for this, but this is a motion simulator, so again, motion sickness, not for you. So the Wizarding World is pretty crazy. Normally at the moment they're doing dark arts at Hogwarts, but that's not on tonight because the park is closing at 7. They need it to be open a little bit later because of the projections on the castle. But this is peak theming here. As I said when we first came into Islands, Universal really do. They know how to theme things. Snow, the ice, but there are queues absolutely everywhere, unfortunately. So Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. This is the newest ride in the Wizarding World, replacing Dueling Dragons. Posted a 120-minute wait at the moment, but it's a phenomenal ride, so you can understand why. So we're going to avoid going back through the Wizarding World just yet, and we're going to go through the bypass that takes you from the Lost Continent to Jurassic Park / Jurassic World, and we're going to jump in the single rider queue for Velocicoaster because this really is just a phenomenal ride. Look at it cycling over the top hat. Come over here. Roll right over the lagoon. Phenomenal. And airtime galore on this ride. So it's just a lap bar as well, which makes it even crazier because as you're going over this, you really genuinely feel like you're going to fall out. And for better or worse, I love that. Makes the ride even scarier. So I've done front row on this, I've done middle. I really want to get a back row, but as a single rider, you don't get a choice. You can only really choose front row anyway, but maybe I've just got to ride it loads and loads and loads. And over the top. Amazing. Just here as well, right outside the entrance to the Velocicoaster, you do have a test seat as well, so you can just try it out beforehand. This is what I meant previously by the just lap bar, as opposed to a proper over-the-shoulder restraint, which is really good. But Universal's rides are typically not that accommodating for people with larger sizes, taller as well, actually, in particular. And then they've also got a locker test station here, which is really good to see. So that's the size of the free locker that you will get. So just heading back into Hogsmede, and we are going to ride Hagrid. Let's jump in the single rider queue for it. just before park close. Hogwarts Express here looks absolutely amazing. And interestingly, you can actually get the Hogwarts Express over there to King's Cross, which is really cool. Just the peak level of theming, as I said in here, is just unreal. Look at that. And it's cycling so many at the same time. It's amazing. So that's the end of our day here at Universal Orlando Resort. We've got Velocicoaster cycling in the background, and it was a good day. It really was a good day. Islands of Adventure's closed for a private event this evening, unfortunately, so it is closing early, which means we don't get to see the dark arts at Hogwarts Castle. But we did have a good day. We rode Velocicoaster, we rode The Amazing Adventures of Spiderman, The Mummy, and Hagrid's to close out the night. Front row after single rider, which was really good. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and it's given you an idea as to whether you should come to Universal when there's a Halloween party on, Horror Nights. So if you did enjoy the video throughout, give us a thumbs up, do appreciate it. It really does help us out a lot, and I'd love for you guys to hit the subscribe button and bell icon to be notified when we post all new videos. I'll see you on the other side. Thanks.